Justin Timberlake.
Hey everybody. I'm back. It's been a long day. So, I wanted to. I was about to pay for my insurance, but I can't, so. I'm stuck here for a little bit more. Hopefully, not too long. I can't because it's Sunday, not any other reason. But. Yeah. It's been a long day today. I'm looking for something. 1 second. Found it. Need to charge my phone. It's been so long since I charged my phone. How's your day been? It's been so bad for me. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I worked yesterday. We had like a. I went and hung out with my friends yesterday, which I don't do very often. So that was kind of nice. Made a new friend. He was supposed to be helping me get some work, but I ran into a situation where I can't get up out there right now. But as soon as I'm able to, you're gonna see me. I'm just gonna play some stuff. It's kind of hot. This is one of those days and you're just not feeling it, you know. But I felt like, oh, job video. Because I have not been making a bunch of content as much as I want. I wanted to post every day. That's more difficult than I would imagine because to post every day, you have to be online every day. And sometimes I just don't be feeling like being online, you know? Like, I just have those days where just, like, I want to talk to people, but then I know I'm going to be sitting by myself, streaming and whatnot, and that always makes me feel a little like, it'd be lit when I have people in here, because then I can be like, I have somebody to talk to, you know, get that good conversation going. But when it's just me, it's not as good. And I have to get a new TV, man. Because I broke my other TV by accident. Because it fell and shattered. So, y'all can't see the gameplays right now. So I'm literally just off the cuff like a mug right now. Two. It needs to be two. Needs to be two. There we go. But apparently Justin Timberlake got pulled over by the cops. That's crazy. That's what this is on. This is about. And it's crazy to me. Like he really tried to be like, I'm Justin Timberlake. Like I don't know how to put that. I'm Justin Timberlake. Maybe if I say it with a dramatization a little bit, you might be like, oh, whoa, I know you. Go about your day, good sir. Like that's not usually how those things work, especially when it's the cops. You can, but especially when the cop obviously doesn't know you from the jump. You using this tactic never works when they don't know who you is. Oh shit. I'm so used to pressing stuff over here. I got pizza. Did I sit it down? That's crazy. I just had the moat. I set it down for a second. And now it has disappeared. Genki Dama! Put your hands up for the spear bomb. found it. It was in the bathroom because I was forgetting to push it back.
I've worked at Coca-Cola for 21 years.
We're delivering Dr. Pepper from our brand new facility in Dallas, Texas.
We're really proud to still make Pepsi products in America.
You don't need a college degree to work here, but I put 4 kids through college by working here.
This is a great place to work with great people and great American brands.
Grocery stores, convenience stores, restaurants, they all depend on us.
We deliver great paying jobs.
We deliver beverages people love.
We deliver for our community.
I'm messing everything up. There we go. Why'd you stop again?
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
You have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
There it is. He alted. I'm Justin Timberlake. Now, it does seem like he didn't want to utilize his noble phantasm there, releasing his name like that. It feels like he was trying not to, but couldn't figure out any other way of explaining the world tour. So then he says, I'm Justin Timberlake. And I'm guessing he was expecting the officer to get down on his hands and knees and start kissing his feet. My apologies,
sure he
Mr.
did.
Timberlake. I had no idea. I couldn't say. I can't wait for the world tour. Can I get some tickets?
Right.
But that's not exactly how it unfolded. I also don't really understand why it was so hard for him to explain what the world tour that he referenced
Right,
is.
he's a singer.
How difficult is it to say that he is a performer?
Right.
He sings and dances, right? It couldn't have been that hard. It's not the most confusing thing to explain. He wasn't out there trying to solve a fucking Millennium Prize problem here in mathematics. Unless Justin Timberlake believes that he's much more than a singer and a dancer. He's I'm an artist. In fact, I don't even like that nomenclature. I'm something of a divine creator of entertainment. So I'm finding it a struggle to explain this world tour to you. So, Justin Timberlake, perhaps you've heard of me?
And then when we do this, just like you're doing right now, arms, feet together, arms by your side. You're doing it just now. I'm just going to re-explain it before we continue, okay? Arms by your side, feet together, and then you're going to keep your head straight, and just keep your head straight, only follow with your eyes, okay?
You think he's drunk?
You understand that? All right.
Yes, sir.
I don't think he's drunk.
They got him going through the FSTs now, the field sobriety tests, and he is looking and sounding pretty sloshed. He's not exactly passing this pop quiz with flying colors.
Darn it, he's drunk.
Put your left foot on this imaginary line. This one. Yep. And put your right foot in front
No,
of the left.
Justin.
And what you're going to do, you're going to stand just like this. Left foot in line, right foot right in front of your left. And you're going to stand like this. And I'll explain everything, and then we'll go ahead and do it, okay? Okay, so left foot on the line. Left foot on the line first. And then you're going to put your right foot in front of your left. Stay just like that, okay? You're going to heel to toe, like this. Heel to toe.
He's a dancer. You should be able to do this, especially drunk.
The heel
What?
to toe straight line test was catastrophic, which actually surprised me. I thought, given Justin Timberlake's dancing background,
Right,
and his history
exactly. Like,
of
this man would
dancing,
have been
he'd be able to just
hitting them bitches like it
ace
was
that,
nothing.
even while completely blackout drunk. Like, I have expected him to go above and beyond, like, oh, just a straight line, that's it? No, this ain't amateur hour. How about this one, officer? I'll do you one better. You ever seen some of this?
Some of those?
Can a drunk man do this? Huh?
Some of these drinks? Yeah, whatever the fuck he doing, yeah.
You're going to have your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. Here. Okay, so we're going to put our left foot on the line first. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. And you can stay just like that, okay? Okay. Okay. So this is going to be a series of 9 heel to toe steps. I will demonstrate this. Like you're doing right now. While you're doing this, you're going to look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Seems like he could smell it wasn't going overly well, so he's like, listen, guys, we're blowing this way out of proportion. I'm just drunk driving following my friends home. Like, this must be some kind of big misunderstanding. Like, come on, man. This is Justin fucking Timberlake.
Ugh.
This guy has millions of dollars and has had millions of dollars for decades. You're telling me he couldn't call an Uber or have one of his, like, posse drive him home? This guy travels with, like, an entourage, I imagine.
Right.
Nobody could drive him home. He is very clearly impaired here. Like, this is absurd.
Right foot in front of your left. You gotta stay like that, and then
Just like this?
it's gonna look like that. We'll start, okay? We'll start.
He's gonna tell you when you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. He just wants you to be in position. He's gonna basically tell you when to go. Okay.
Tell me how to get in position, then you may begin.
And then just walk. I'm sorry.
Here. Ready? You ready?
I'm
Ready?
a little nervous.
Left. Right foot in front.
And you may begin.
Again, not a slam dunk performance there. To be honest, I am surprised he didn't go harder on the Justin Timberlake angle. Like, I'm surprised he didn't try and just sit them down for an acapella of, you know,
Right, start
six
singing
greatest
to
hits or
him.
something. Like, guys,
That shit
we
would
can
have been
solve
crazy.
this through the power of friendship, love, and in sync. In fact, here, I got a crowd favorite for you. Dirty Pop. Bop. He starts breaking that one out. That one was always one of my favorite NSYNC tracks, the pop one.
What? Which one is that? Which one are you talking about, my guy?
Look for the yellow lid!
Come celebrate with us at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. Take home the season's top styles with up to 25% off your entire purchase. Or you can buy now and pay over time with no interest until March of 2031 when you shop in store. Shop more deals in store, only at Ashley.
Don't upload your videos to YouTube. Upload to Restream, where we will live stream it to YouTube and all your platforms at
I'm
once.
using Restream. Restream's cool. You gotta, they give you like, I can stream in two places, except for when
Upload and stream.
you pay a little bit of money, you get a subscription, you can stream to more
First
places.
tonight to our continuing coverage.
But I'm not paying to stream to all the places right now.
30% of claims may be
Which
getting denied.
I would have been if I had like more of the monies, but like, it's just not coming in right now.
Healthcare premiums could rise twice as much as inflation next year. Your health insurance costs skyrocket. Health insurance is out of control.
It's time Congress holds big
Insurance
corporate
is out of
insurers
control.
accountable. Americans deserve affordable, reliable health
Like,
insurance
you can get
coverage.
insurance for almost anything. Like, there should be like, there's certain stuff you have to have insurance for.
Justin. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
It's
we're
just
just
like,
doing a couple
oh
tests
my
on it. Okay.
God, why?
Help us. What's up? Help. You need help? No. I'm just kidding. Okay. We're just doing a couple of tests on them, and you just hang it over here just so you don't interfere with them, okay?
Player 2 plugs in the controller here, coming from out of nowhere, just in the pitch darkness out there. She just rolls up and then says, help us. Like, actually, like some shit out of Weapons or something there. It was very peculiar. And the officer's like, what? You need help? She's like, no, it's just a joke. I'm just yanking your chain. I'm just jerking your gherkin. What's going on over here? You got my friend Justin.
Okay. Yeah, we just have to do a couple tests on him to make sure he's okay to drive.
If not, we can have someone drive it.
Right, gotcha.
So she appears to be a member of his team, and then says that if he's not okay to drive, they can have someone drive him.
Right.
Well, why the fuck didn't you just do that in the first place? Did Justin insist that he drive himself? I do my own stunts, guys. I'm fine. Yeah, I can't really see straight, but I'm good to drive. You gotta trust me
It's
here,
Justin
damn it.
Timberlake. Why would he do such a thing?
Bringing sexy back.
I'm
know
bringing
what's
sexy
best for
back.
us.
Yep.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
He was already operating the vehicle, so we need to make sure that he's okay. He wasn't operating the vehicle under any kind of impairment. That's all. If he's all good,
Can I
We'll
charge
send-
my phone?
He's definitely
Is that okay?
operating the
yeah, you
vehicle.
can go in the vehicle for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. you have another way to get home?
Can I drive?
Have you been drinking?
No.
You haven't been drinking tonight?
I have like one glass of wine.
Okay, no problem. How are you related?
Friends, obviously.
Okay, if he's okay with you driving the car, you're fine to me?
They got JT in the handcuffs now after the series of field sobriety tests here. And then the lady who showed up, she's now, questioning what's going on. The officer's explaining to her, and then she's asking to drive the vehicle home. The officer asks if she has another way of getting home. And I have to imagine the answer to that question is yes, because how did she arrive here in the first place? Like, did a fucking spaceship drop her off? I'm really curious because she, I believe, does end up taking his car there. So I guess maybe she had someone from the team drop her off here. Like, maybe they have a GPS tracker on JT, so when they noticed that he was stopped for a while, they sent her in as the cavalry to check on her. Like, I'm actually kind of confused on exactly where she came from. So I looked it up, and she was in the vehicle that Justin was apparently following. So I'm guessing, so she is a designer, and she was with her husband, and Justin was apparently following their car. So I'm guessing they noticed that his car was no longer behind them, so then they kind of threw that shit in reverse and went to locate him, and then she tried to help here, though unsuccessfully.
Right.
But
I don't look fine to you. Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Look on the front of the car.
What do I look like?
He's looking on the front of the car. It's
Do I look good?
So,
What?
he's coming with us. Okay.
No, he's not.
She's definitely drunk. He is
No,
definitely being
don't
arrested.
say it.
She said, "Don't say it. Don't say it.
So if you're
Don't underestimate Mr. Worldwide."
being drunk,
He wasn't.
Her strategy is quite the desperate attempt here. She's like, no, you can't be. You're arresting Justin Timberlake. No, stop it. No, he wasn't driving drunk. No, what? Nah, you guys are wrong.
Not my Justin.
This is Justin Timberlake. So, even though he didn't really play the Justin Timberlake card a ton during their interaction, she is using it willy-nilly.
She is
And
throwing
again,
that bit around like
it's
some
not
hips.
he failed every single one of this.
He literally failed all of them.
This is my matter with us again. Okay, I can't talk back too much.
Okay, I got it.
He's not.
There has to be a moment of talking.
No. Not anymore.
Please help me.
Not anymore.
Hold on.
Okay?
Hold on. Can you guys please just do me a favor? Because you loved Bye Bye Bye. You're
I'm
like
happy.
sexy back.
I'm
Like, do
happy.
me one favor. Let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
Yeah.
This is insane.
So it's not going to be a long thing. I'll let you walk up real quick.
Please.
Okay. She did it. She dropped some track names. Guys, Bye Bye Bye, Sexy Back, we all loved it. So you're going to help me out here, right? We're going to get this sold. And the guy's like, okay, look, you can go talk to him. And as he's like saying, like, okay, look, she's like, please!
Please, no, help me. I thought she was calling for
She's
other
starting
people
to get
because,
kind of
like,
rowdy here about the whole thing. But they do let her go talk to Justin about his phone specifically. And I gotta tell you, I do really like the attempt from her to, drop the old
get
bar
that boy
jams, the get
finding
out of
some
jail free card.
radishes.
Guys, we all liked Bye Bye Bye, right?
Radish
You
shallows
can just
as they
imagine a
call.
world where that works, where the officer's like, wait, oh my god, Justin Timberlake, he's in sync, that's right. I love that one. Bye, bye, bye. Yeah, all right, let's go get him out the back. Oh, what will we doing?
Yeah, what?
Real fools.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
we'll let y'all
providing
go.
us.
Bye, bye, bye.
What was the traffic violation I missed?
I observed you.
Just so I know for future reference.
I observed
I'm
you
not going
down
nowhere. I don't know why.
stop at the stop sign.
Is he at the?
And then while you're driving,
Dang,
you
they
failed
just
to
skipped the
brake
station.
on numerous occasions. So you're very.
Wait, start over? Sorry.
So
One more time.
you failed to stop at the stop sign, and then while you're off.
I mean, it looks
Ladies and
like him.
gentlemen, I think I can chime in here as well to help you for future reference. Just don't drink and drive.
Right.
It's like
pretty
the
much.
easiest thing in the world to avoid doing, especially for someone with the endless resources that you have. Just call an Uber. Or have one of your friends that are constantly around you to drive you home when you've been drinking. So that way, not only are you safer for it, but all the
everybody
innocent
else is
people on the
safer
road
for
around
it,
you
yeah.
are as well. So you're not jeopardizing their safety. It's actually really
It's crazy that he's driving himself. I would figure that he would have a chauffeur or something. Especially if you're gonna be drinking, why not just have a chauffeur? You can afford it.
Yeah, everything is pretty standard. Nothing out of the ordinary. We just for everyone that gets arrested for DWI.
What?
Is there anything specifically about it? It's just standard protocol.
Right, exactly.
I appreciate
He think he was going. He thought he getting treated special because he's Justin Timberlake. He's being treated normally and he don't like it.
I appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had a little martini and I follow my fucking friends home. I appreciate you boys for doing your job.
Man, you can just tell by his eyes he's just
irritated.
Not there right now. It really does look like he is hammered, and he keeps doing like these long pauses and then a slight smile, like this devious smirk.
Because I don't think he really thinks he's in trouble right now.
It's because he's drunk.
Justin Timberlake.
Now, I will say, this isn't the craziest body cam ever released. I went into this expecting it to be just
that's pretty chill,
truly
actually.
degenerate because of how Justin and his team were responding to it, doing everything they could to stop it from being released, silence it. So I really expected it to be much worse, and I think the decision to try and bury it was one that shined a much bigger light on it, and most likely had even more people tuning in to see what he was trying to stop everyone from seeing from the body cam. As I've always said, I have no respect for drunk drivers, so I think this is a huge L for Justin Timberlake, and also the follow-up L of trying to suppress it. That was a terrible decision there as well. That was a rough chess maneuver they attempted. Anyway, just wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. See ya.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
That's hilarious. So rock bottom ain't even a bad place to be if you like collecting rocks. Hey, shouts out to autism. Shout out to mental illness. I could have sworn I had. Oh yeah, no, I was doing that thing. I was trying to get enough spirits or whatever for this.
And I will put you out of your misery. The recording puts Josh's conversation with the officer today in a new light.
Yeah, I'm just kind of weirded out when your husband is trying to take extra good care of your wife.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Bro, I want to skip to where there's a group of niggas stomping this nigga out. No, it's not gonna come.
Oh, these
Andrew
fools.
Schultz and Theo Von just got destroyed, embarrassed, and exposed badly by the Doom Scroll podcast. They did such a good job articulating how we all feel about people like Andrew Schultz, Theo Vons, and these Johnny Come Latelys who grifted the heck out of the right wing and MAGA in 2022, 2023, 2024. They worked day and night to get Trump elected. Now Trump got elected, and they're seeing how things have went horribly wrong. And now they're on their podcast, like asking for forgiveness, and all of a sudden pretending like they got a moral compass.
Yes, they
all of a
are.
sudden, when we know their
They
own
don't
moral
care. They just
compass
don't want to
is
be
like
on the
the
bad
money in their
side
bank
of
accounts.
the
Because if
argument.
their audience was resonating with their right wing grist, if it was beneficial, if their career was going up because of it, if
They
the
wouldn't
audience
be
they
pulling
galvanized
back.
when it was grifting the right wing was still present, they wouldn't be out here trying to critique it and criticize it.
Right.
And look, I know I had Trump on the podcast, and I'm
Stop explaining that.
No, but let me just clarify, because I think it is important to say, like, I know how I had him on the podcast, and when I'm talking out about this, I'm not doing it to like get people to be like, oh, he's a good guy or whatever like that, or trying to get anybody on my side.
Ooh.
I understand that this is a horrific event that happened. I objectively want to talk about it. I'm not trying to like win anybody over in this.
You understand? You know this right and wrong.
That sounds like a lie.
There's a difference between like respecting and honoring the Constitution, the backbone of our country, and then completely shredding it. And this is completely shredding it. And now they're realizing that people have noticed it, and now they're trying to backtrack it. But
by the way, he's been.
Did you notice it? You didn't notice it before.
I've been on record a million times saying like,
man just decided to finally notice the great noticing
election. Shit like that gotta be disqualifying if you're running for president.
So here's a perfect example. So it's like I know that
you know what should be
people
disqualifying if you run for president? Felonies.
I saw these last few weeks in Minnesota. I didn't think it was possible to happen in the United States of America. I'm being 100% serious.
To white people?
No, to anybody.
But you've seen it happen to black people.
Exactly. Yes, like to white people.
It's okay to say that.
No,
it is.
No.
But it's okay to say that.
I mean, I didn't know that this was possible to happen in the United States of America. And what I'm specifically talking about with this situation here, and like not only this one,
it's already happening. But you mean two white people? He said it already, but that's so retarded to say. I don't think it would ever happen, but it's already happening. It's just happening over there. But over there is here. But it's just not me.
Yeah, they're trying to find ways around the system.
That's like.
I don't align perfectly with either side, but the one thing I feel like we can all agree on, or I can agree with for sure, is that we should be able to walk to Starbucks without being stopped by federal officers and being forced to present proof of citizenship if we're American citizens, right? We shouldn't be forced to stop and show paperwork.
I do agree with that.
America. I should be able to walk freely. Now, people will say, it's not a big deal, just stop it. No, it is a big deal. It's America. It's freedom of passage. I should be able to walk, right, without an unreasonable search and seizure. I should be able to go to Starbucks and enjoy my day. Nobody should come and say, they think that I'm illegal because I have a certain skin tone or a certain accent. That's
right.
Wrong. That's not
crazy.
Okay. Andrew Schultz will say things like, I know people don't like me because I had Trump on the podcast, but that's not it. People don't dislike Andrew Schultz because he had Trump on his podcast. People dislike Andrew Schultz because he had Trump on the podcast, and then immediately after made this weird right-wing pivot, voted for Trump, was endorsing Trump, and then less than a year later, he's now talking about how he regrets it. He never thought he would see this, and he's back trying to grift the left. It is not cool. Now, Gianmarco would have a pretty reasonable take on this, and even called out Andrew Schultz.
Do believe another thing that the left did that was challenging, but I don't understand
because
they said, "How dare you platform these people?" I'm sure you've dealt with this.
Platforming stuff is like ridiculous, bro. This is, I mean, it is ridiculous. But like you're platforming the president in some cases. It's like, how do you? What are you platforming the most famous person on earth? Like quantitatively, this doesn't make any sense. And also, it's a hesitancy. It's a fear to actually engage with disagreement
it's a fear
at
to
some
engage,
point.
But why do people feel that? Because
They feel that because they can't defend their positions. That's why they don't want someone platformed, because they know that the things that they're saying will appeal to a large audience of people who will agree, and they won't agree with them, who has that niche minority
I would argue that
activist
the reason
position.
people are against this platform is because they've constantly seen so many interviews where I didn't like Andrew Schultz having Trump on the pod because I go, well, you're not gonna talk
It's
to him
because
about
there's
ethics.
nothing that he's gonna say on the podcast
hard.
that's gonna
He's,
change
a terrible
like the
interviewer,
other
and
things
his
that I've
political takes are
heard
garbage.
that I've
So,
heard him
yes,
say out
his
his own
platform will just
face.
be utilized.
But that's
It's
why
just gonna be
people are
ways
platform-
for him
it'd
to
be fine.
minimize
This is
that.
why I go
I
like
don't
the
wanna deal
Boys
with
step
that.
away.
Yahoo.
Yeah, this is why. Yeah, of course,
Literal
of course.
fucking Mossad agents in the background.
And that's why it is tough. Where it's like, if you're gonna. That's why I go. I want to stay away from politicians because I can have someone on who I disagree with politically. If I can go to their face, if I can't go to their face, you. I don't want that to be my show. I want a show where I can do that.
The problem is now that we don't have the constraint of the monopoly of legacy media, where you had to go on CNN to reach an audience. You had to go on CNN or MSNBC or Fox or whatever, and there's only so few venues that you could access that many viewers. Now, because you can pick between 100 different podcasts, people can self-select and go on the one that's going to be the most friendly.
Of course.
And so there's not really a solution for that unless you decide to like nuke YouTube and go back to the old media model. It is actually a real problem, because then these people can be, if you can't buy Tim Pool, for example, you can buy the next guy, and there's 99 people after that.
They were a little tougher on Andrew Schultz than I would be. I don't think Andrew Schultz is that horrible or completely horrible. I do find some redeemable things about Andrew Schultz in that regard.
I mean, he's funny sometimes.
Right, Andrew Schultz was not equipped to have that conversation with Donald Trump. Nobody on Flagrant was equipped to have that conversation with Donald Trump. That election was the most consequential election we've ever had in the history of the world.
Yep.
That election would be the reason why, I don't know, we're in World War III or we're not. And Andrew Schultz and the rest of these podcasters, they behaved irresponsibly.
Mm-hmm.
They
platforming somebody who didn't deserve it.
They were just doing whatever they could do to grift his audience.
Because he had a baseline of a certain amount of people that they wanted to have a chunk of.
And they really weren't even committed or dedicated to the shtick. And we know because less than a year later, they're now off the shtick and off the bandwagon once they see what their actions is getting us. Right? 100%. But then, and here's where as a YouTuber, I get conflicted. Because they're like, this is the necessary evil. The necessary evil is there's going to be 1,000 different podcasts that are going to be big, that are going to be popular, and that's a good thing. Yeah. Because if the solution is, hey, yo, these podcasters are not equipped, go to CNN, go to Fox News, well, legacy media is bought and paid for. They're bots. They're absolute bots. We can't trust a goddamn thing they got to say.
Right.
So if the solution is, hey, man, these podcasters aren't equipped to have political conversations, don't have it, then I just force the politicians to CNN and Fox News. So that right there is a necessary evil. There has to be, you know, like an open platform for whoever wants to start a podcast can start one, and whoever is successful should be able to garner the big guests. But you do have a responsibility, not just to yourself, man, and to your own like moral compass and your conscience, but you have a responsibility to this country that has given so much to us, man. You just do. Another person that got absolutely destroyed during this podcast is Theo Von. Now, Jean-Marco pointed out how Theo Von also grifted. Now, outside of Joe Rogan, nobody benefited more from their right-wing grift than Theo Von. Theo Von became like a top 5, top 10 podcast in the culture because of this right-wing grift. So Theo Von benefited, made all those millions of dollars. You know, he grifted from the right wing, and then less than a year later, he's now back on the left wing, trying to grift, telling the left, hey, man, they bamboozled me. Those people on the right, they tricked me. Right. Now I want to speak up for what's real and what's right. And it's like, bruh, like, how pathetic can you be, man? You made all those millions of dollars grifting off the right, millions of dollars.
And now it's time to switch.
Hey, man, like, it's a little...
He just ate my ass. He trying to switch.
Like, people are starting to wake up. Your audience eventually, in like a year or two, will realize that you led them astray. And, you know, you endorsed the literal devil. You went to his inauguration. You did everything you could do to get this man elected. And now you're realizing, what? Like, his stance didn't change. Like, he didn't become, all of a sudden, like, pro this particular lobby, like in overnight. He's always had this stance.
Mm-hmm.
So now what? You want us to believe like you didn't know and you got hooked? No, you knew all this time, but it was worth it when the grift was working.
I have spoken about this before, but I do have a lot of uncomfort about America's relationship with Israel, the Israeli political leaders. That's what I mean. I believe that group is...
So we are, so we shall go.
The one-of-a-kind joy of Kellogg's cereal and ice-cold milk.
Ice. Up, Earth Star Crystal! Say you will. You forget to say. Say. It's about to do something crazy, ain't it? It feels like it's about to do something crazy. Oh no, okay. Give me all that Earth Star Crystal. I'm gonna miss you. I didn't miss you. I just split you. Ooh. With deposits. I got it. What's with my dog? What do mimics give you specifically?
It just feels like a satanic.
I feel like they should give you something, because he over there by
regime.
himself.
It doesn't seem like, it feels like they just
seems like he
want to cause pain. They just, I mean, these, they don't even know where all the bodies from Gaza are, and they're already.
By the time you get over
going
here,
to
you
other
already at
places
half
that they
health.
are attacking, and that America's associated now with their attacks.
Stop! Right in the spine. Spinal
And
cord.
I believe that will come here one day. I don't believe that that the Israeli leaders, that they have any intention to stop that. I don't see that they have any care for the American people. It doesn't seem like that.
No.
I've never heard that spoken. And I believe that if we don't speak up now, that our children won't have the chance to speak up.
Right.
Either by law or by worse. And that may sound crazy to some people, and that's fine if it does. If it does sound crazy to you and you think I'm crazy on that point of view, that's okay. I don't...
But Theo Vaughn used to be funny, though.
I may
Like, that was
disagree with you,
crazy.
but that's
Then he was
okay.
like, oh, well, I'm right
You know,
wing.
I do
And I'm
like
like,
to,
I really
you know,
don't
I worked
care.
hard to be able to
And he
have
said,
a
well, I'm
voice
going to
for
support Donald
myself.
Trump. And I'm like, well,
And
I don't
so
think you should do
I hope
that.
At least you just respect that.
But it did anyway.
Or I hope at least you just see
And it's
that.
like, it's hard to just like
At
you
least I'm
after
trying to
you've
say
done
what
that,
I want to say.
You know? Because you was
And
cool
I
at
don't
first.
understand our government's relationship with Israel's leaders and with Israel's government. I don't understand it. You know, it feels like there's this war machine, and then our soldiers are put into these spaces, and they're just there to serve an America that they believe in. And it's no knock against them or anything like that. It's just, it just feels like it's causing a lot of pain and fear. And yeah, I don't understand I don't understand Trump's relationship. I don't understand our political, like, why we are so beholden to this government, this Israeli government that just seems to be obsessed with control.
I had the dark fire.
That sounds heartfelt, but the thing is,
It's
like,
not.
these people sound heartfelt. They sound like they finally get it. They get what's going on. But I promise you, bruh, if there's another right-wing grift that becomes profitable in about a couple of years, trust me and believe, they'll be right back on board. But Jean-Marc pointed out something very important. Theo Vaughn had these complaints, but he had on J.D. Vance recently.
Right.
Why didn't you, like, bring this up with J.D. Vance? Like, why didn't you push back with like, J.D. Vance? But instead, you gave J.D. Vance an interview, and you humanized him, and like, you gave this chummy, frat party vibe type of interview, instead of asking him real questions like this.
But I don't want to bring on people. If I'm going to bring on people who have legislative power, I have a new responsibility, and that's holding them to account, or else I'm just promoting them. I'm just helping
You got
provide
to do a lot of
propaganda.
research. You have
and
to
I don't want
ask
to do
a
that
hard
research.
question.
I don't want that to be that. So that's my rule.
I empathize with that, but I also feel like it is it's like an attention economy singularity, that politics and comedy are just moving towards each other and they're going to converge, and so it is unavoidable. And so it's not fair, and it shouldn't be this way, but it is this way. And so now, in this, unique, strange moment of history and media, thrust upon you, unbeknownst and unasked for, is all of this political responsibility.
I'll talk about things. I would love to talk about things. I literally think it's like I don't want politicians. We once had a wrestler on, like a professional wrestler, and I don't think he fully understood, because at the beginning he was doing the interview like in his character, and I was like, well, there's a shallowness here that we're not doing the podcast, and I very stuck to my guns of like gradually got to be like, I'm not talking to this character. I need to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
Right.
That's what talking to a politician is. And they're not dropping that character.
Yeah.
And some of them are good at it.
No, they don't. They don't.
Some of them are good at it. And I think when J.D. Vance comes on Theo Vaughn's podcast, like, they're good at presenting what seems like a real conversation between two human beings. And I think I go to Theo Vaughn and go, you, why are you providing that to this person who's not telling you the whole truth?
Right,
We know
it's
that based
lions.
on, you know, him calling Trump Hitler and 20 whatever.
It's
and
time for
he's
the
this,
impersonator.
or
It's time for the
Or
impersonator.
Theo Von will do one video where he's crying because he feels bad for Palestinian kids, and then has on JD Vance and doesn't bring it up once. Like, you are lying to your audience. And I don't want to lie to my audience. I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to have politicians. I honestly don't want to know politicians too well that I would be scared to criticize them.
It's hard to really decipher what's real and what's true. Because on Twitter, like, these people look like best friends. Like, the podcasters and the politicians appear to be best friends. Like, JD Vance feels like he's bros with Theo Von. So it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not. Like, I knew for a fact that
They should not be
was
friends.
really boys with JD Vance. Like, Charlie Kirk, JD Vance. Charlie Kirk was really tapped in. I don't know how much these podcasters are really tapped in. But if they're telling you guys are boys and you have direct access to them and you have their cells, then shouldn't you be advocating this hard with them directly? And if you're advocating as hard as you are, like, publicly to them behind the scenes, and nothing is changing, then shouldn't you be critiquing them as hard as you're advocating? I haven't seen Theo Von say FJD Vance not once.
No.
But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video,
Let's see if we're gonna find something interesting to watch. It's not like
then click on this.
Political and all this. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Scary stuff.
Say goodbye to your social life with the greatest collection of grand strategy, management, and role-playing games we've ever offered.
Time for spoopy time.
Just a few simple clicks,
Y'all believe in ghosts? Y'all believe in ghosts out there? I don't really believe in ghosts, but I have had a couple of paranormal situations, but they've been very small, so it's hard for me to say I believe in ghosts because of those. But I've had weird stuff happen, like stuff fall when it was standing up with no wind several times, stuff like that.
Hey, buddy, what's the damage? Well, it's a lot. You got court costs, attorney fees, higher insurance, damage to the car, DUI fines, not to mention the damage to your social life. Plan a sober ride, or pay the price.
Drinking and driving costs more than your drinks. It could cost a life. Learn more at whatsthedamage.org.
What's the damage?
22 haunted houses, 7 levels.
Okay.
I've gone through countless first-hand accounts to compile the most disturbing haunted house cases. We'll start with some unsettling encounters. As we go deeper, you'll see why your next trip to a haunted house might not be worth it. Now let's start at the tip of the iceberg. Level 1. Demonium. Demonium is the largest mobile ghost train in Europe. It premiered at Germany's Oktoberfest in 2006, following several modifications to reach its final design. The ride towers 23 meters high with horrific scenes spread across 4 levels. During the roughly 4-minute experience, you're lifted in a large spiral that circles a central tower of cages. Inside, creatures like a xenomorph, a witch, and a hunchback stare back at you. At the top level, an actor brandishing a chainsaw appears, making your heart race. But the terror doesn't stop with the creatures. Ultra-modern lasers and special effects, including thick fog and total darkness, twist your senses. Even on a sunny day, the moment you step inside, it becomes pitch black. Spinning skulls, bubbling bloodbaths, swinging swords, and torture dioramas distort your vision from every angle. Occasionally you emerge outside, only to be startled by live actors lurking along the path. The ride moves fast, carrying 12 people every 20 seconds, keeping a continuous stream of adrenaline flowing. But Daemonium isn't tied to a single park anymore. This massive ghost train travels across Europe from festival to festival, bringing its 4 stories of darkness to a new crowd every season. Shocktoberfest Challenge. After decades of exploring fears, refining special effects, and casting scarier actors, Shocktoberfest decided to haunt guests in their most vulnerable form.
Oh no, what happened?
Shocktoberfest is an annual month-long event located in Pennsylvania. For the 2013 Halloween season, the creators introduced the Naked and Alone Challenge. The owner, Patrick Konopelski, came up with the idea after noticing his children watching Naked and Afraid on the Discovery Channel. He realized how afraid people are of being naked and how easy it is to scare them in that state. Before the experience begins, participants must sign a waiver and undress in a communal changing room. All possessions are secured in a bag, and at that moment, you begin the tour completely vulnerable. The tour is designed to be experienced only with the group you purchased tickets with. If you signed up alone, you would walk through the haunted house alone. To ensure safety, 12 security guards would be placed throughout the house and no cameras would be permitted. However, after some back and forth with partners in the local township, Konopelski canceled the fully nude option. Participants who had already bought tickets were either given a refund or the option to go through the haunted house in their underwear. I am genuinely, truly curious. Folks, in the comments, would you have wanted to go through a nude haunted house? Yes or no?
No, that's crazy. Me? I'm not gonna have my balls dangling, jiggling everywhere while I'm being scared to death. That's too much. If my balls get caught on something, it's over. Slap my dick across the ground. I'm done.
Need for animatronics.
When I shit, my dick touched the water. My dick touched the water. My dick touched the water. When I shit.
Unlike most haunted attractions, this one operated out of 2 small houses in Yorba Linda, California. From the outside, they looked completely normal, but the moment you stepped inside, you were confronted with hyper-realistic mutilated bodies, decapitated corpses, and rooms soaked in blood. One unique feature was that the theme changed every year. Instead of simply adding new scenes, the creators completely reinvented the story. In 2015, the theme was Necrospace, where visitors walked through an abandoned spaceship filled with gruesome horror.
That sounds pretty cool.
Some of the alien creatures appeared ghost-like, while others had their skulls split open or were missing their heads entirely. In one scene, a severed head even sat inside a toilet bowl.
Ah, Skibbity Toilet!
Themes arrived in 2018.
Skibbity Toilet mentioned.
This version was centered around real-life serial killers and their methods of killing. Each room represented a different killer and their victims. The haunt featured characters based on Richard Ramirez, Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, and Ted Bundy, all portrayed alongside shockingly realistic depictions of their victims. And surprisingly, the attraction was completely free. Visitors didn't need a ticket to enter, though they were encouraged to donate or purchase merchandise to support the haunt. Unfortunately, Perdition Home no longer exists. The attraction eventually became so popular that the creators outgrew their own house. It was ultimately retired and reborn as a much larger event called the Haunted Harvest in Chino, California.
That's cool.
Level 2. Catharsis. While most haunted attractions focus on fear, Catharsis explored the things you were forbidden to do, found impossible to resist. The 7 deadly sins. Catharsis was a one-time event held in Orlando in October 2016. Guests began their journey by entering an old warehouse where a flickering screen confirmed they had arrived at the right place. The screen also instructed every guest to sign a guest book with the question, "What sin tempts you the most?" Unlike traditional haunted houses with long lines, Catharsis guided participants down a darkened hallway until they reached the Deadly Sins bar. On the surface, it appeared ordinary, a comfortable, lively, and sensual lounge where guests could buy drinks, socialize, and be subtly lured into one-on-one encounters by sensual dancers. When it was time, the bar's owner, summoned guests. Using her dancers to create a sense of ease and allure, she brought them into her private quarters. There, she promised a wild adventure only to send them into the darkness of a place called Penumbra. Inside Penumbra, each guest confronted their own temptation and was forced to choose between a path of sin or salvation. Over the course of the 30-minute experience, participants encountered characters representing the 7 deadly sins, each interaction designed to test their willpower and moral choices. Although Catharsis ran for only 13 nights, it drew over 1,000 guests. It has not returned since, and whether it ever will, remains a mystery. Now the real question is, which sin tempts you? No, you know what? I don't think I want to know. Please don't. Penhurst Asylum. You enter Penhurst, a place built to care for people with disabilities, but for decades it became a prison where thousands endured horrors beyond imagination. Penhurst State School and Hospital began in 1908 as an institution for people with intellectual disabilities and epileptic conditions. It ran for nearly 80 years. Originally designed for just 500 residents, it held over 3,000 residents by 1968 due to extreme overcrowding. Patients were reportedly tied to their beds, locked in metal cages, and left curled up in their own waste. After a long legal battle exposed the true living conditions, the institution finally closed its doors in 1987. For years, it sat abandoned until 2010.
Somebody just said
as a haunted house
they did
attraction
edibles, and it was like, don't ever do edibles and talk to the person you like, never.
There you enter a museum filled with photographs and historical displays of
That's not even that
Catharsis'
bad.
past. Afterwards, you move through the haunted house itself, where some original items like patient wheelchairs are
Okay, all they did was call their friend they crush a hoe by accident.
patients, bloody dental wounds,
Well, I've
and
done
even
worse.
navigate parts of the original morgue. The final stretch takes you through an underground tunnel that once connected the buildings. Screams and screeches echo through the darkness, pressing against you as you walk, making every step tense and uncertain. While some visitors question the ethics of turning real suffering into entertainment, others are drawn to the sense that the spirits of past residents linger in the halls. Since new management took over in the 2010s, the more extreme and controversial elements have been reduced, but the weight of its history still lingers. Even with criticism, Penhurst drew 17,000 visitors in its first season and remains a haunting draw for thrill seekers today.
Oh, at least it's still open. That's good.
Haunted Hoochie at Dead Acres. At Haunted Hoochie,
I'm still not gonna be
safety
wanting to be getting naked
is
or
only
nothing.
an
That's
illusion.
crazy.
This seasonal haunted house in Ohio begins assaulting your senses even before you step inside. You hear distant screams, revving chainsaws, and echoes of chaos that set your nerves on edge. Once you enter, you immediately get disoriented. The lighting flickers unpredictably. One moment it's dim or non-existent, the next it's thick with fog. While your eyes strain to adjust, your ears are blasted with blaring rock music, crying babies, chainsaws, explosions, and the occasional scream. You rarely have a moment without a shock. Actors take advantage of that confusion. They appear from every direction to push you, tug at your hair, shove you down hallways, and drag chainsaws dangerously close. They even force you to cheer as decapitations, maulings, and shotgun blasts unfold. The scenes move so quickly that you barely have time to process one shock before another.
That's the thing about the haunting acting, having to like act for real people all the time for hours. I respect it.
You enter two massive rooms filled with towering animatronics, dragons, dinosaurs,
Especially since having to be scary all the time.
roar as you pass, adding to the sensory overload. Haunted Hoochie doesn't just scare you, it drags you into its storm of chaos, leaving you questioning what's real until the moment you finally stumble back outside into the night. Level 3, Freakling Bros Victim Experience. If a website
Is this about the
warns that
YouTuber?
you must be 18 and prepared for extreme psychological stress, you already know this isn't a typical haunted house. Freakling Bros Horror Shows is one of the most notorious haunted attractions in Las Vegas. Many commercial haunts rely on animatronics.
Is it Ringling Brothers?
But Freakling Bros built their
Freakling.
reputation on live actors, detailed makeup, and immersive storytelling. One of their most extreme houses is Gates of Hell, designed to simulate a descent into the underworld. Inside Gates of Hell was an even.
Why y'all want to go there though? Why y'all trying to go to hell? That's crazy.
In this attraction,
Anybody trying to visit hell? Hell is already here on Earth. Y'all niggas don't need to be going to hell. It's already hell is here.
Behind a friend's back. They
People
are
don't seem to
completely
understand how scary the
separated
world
from their
is. That's
group.
crazy.
The experience was designed to make patrons feel powerless. But here's where the details get disturbing. Actors could restrain those who resisted, disorient them in the dark, and escalate the experience with unwanted physical contact. Some were shoved, others bruised, and even electrocuted with a stun gun. The only way to end
See,
the
as soon as you
experience
electrocute me,
was
I'm
to
shooting
say the
somebody.
safe
That's,
word,
you're not finna just be.
Roughly 30% of participants made it all
You're not
the way
finna just be
through
electrocuting
without
me.
quitting.
That's crazy.
Those who survived were met with loud applause from staff and other patrons and awarded a survivor t-shirt. Afterwards, some said the humiliation and fear lingered for weeks. Others regretted trying it at all.
Hell
Yet,
yeah,
while
what
it
you mean?
operated,
Ain't nobody
people
trying to get
traveled from
electrocuted for
across the
fun.
country just to test their limits. The attraction has since been paused, and while
Paused.
Freakling Bros
Crazy.
plans to return with new experiences, it remains unclear whether the victim experience will ever come back.
It shouldn't. Fuck that.
There are only 3 letters to describe this film. WTF. They will kill you.
I'll have another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a
Oh my
virtual
gosh, she
resort,
just
it's
ran
much better
to
in
the
real
same
life. It
place.
matters where you stay. Looking good, babe. Book your spring break now. Hilton for the stay.
I just ran in a fucking circle by accident. Teleportation gate, yes. Fuck this place.
Scarehouse, the basement. Scarehouse originally operated from the top floors of a 100-year-old building rumored to be haunted.
Oh,
Customers,
that's cool.
however, wanted something more adult, something intense and personal.
Adult.
Thus, the basement was born.
It being
Many
in a
was
store
named.
makes it less adult.
Like a typical
What?
basement, it's dark, minimalist, and intimate. The haunt is designed for only 2 guests.
I guess more
at a
mature
time.
is what he
For
was
the
trying to
next
say.
35 minutes
adult,
or more,
that's
you
weird.
interact with a character you've already permitted to engage with by signing a waiver. Unlike other interactive haunts where you might be shoved, pulled, or beaten, the basement focuses on psychological terror.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get beaten out of a haunted house.
Your
Y'all
comfort zone,
we gonna be
speaking
fighting.
to you, touching you, and challenging you to do, say, or even eat things you wouldn't normally consider. You are compelled to comply unless you use the safe word bunny, which immediately exempts you from the haunt.
Okay.
The basement ran from 2013 until 2020, pausing during the COVID-19 pandemic, where all of our houses became a bit of a creepy haunt.
Right, everybody's house
for
became
a
a
limited
haunted
run in
house.
2024, but as of now, it is no longer operating following Scarehouse's bankruptcy.
Oh damn, they went out of business?
The Cult.
That
The
didn't last
location
long.
of this
Crazy.
haunted house alone is enough to make you question your life choices and reconsider entering. The Cult
Legendary
is
God
located
tree.
at the top of
I'm
a
cutting
mountain
down right
in
now.
North Conway, New Hampshire. You start to feel the chills even before the experience
I think this is my first God tree.
Participants must be at least 18 years old, and
I
they
could be
are
lying on that.
immediately briefed on the extreme situations they might encounter. Darkness, bugs, needles, eels, rats, submersion in water, claustrophobia, and even heights. Not that anyone scared of heights would choose to attend a haunt on top of a mountain in the first place.
Right? Like, why would I go up there
A red card. This
anyway?
acts as a safety pass you can use if the experience
That sounds
becomes
like
too overwhelming. At
something
the
I
top,
wouldn't do.
You're guided toward a dimly lit cabin. Inside, the experience begins in near total darkness. Your senses are quickly limited, you can barely see, and you're given earmuffs that make it difficult to hear.
Earmuffs?
In the confusion, actors appear suddenly, grabbing and confronting you as you move deeper.
I feel like the earmuffs would like
There, you must
ruin the
move through the
experience.
rooms
Actually, no, because you're on the top of a mountain, so it's probably cold. So maybe, unless it's inside. I heard a room, so you're probably inside. I don't know if you want to have earmuffs on the inside.
In
But
another,
whatever.
you must search for a hidden key in order to unlock the next door. Some rooms push psychological limits even further. One scene contains medical equipment and containers filled with liquids that the actors claim are animal urine, urging you to drink it.
Probably apple
But
juice.
even these moments are not as unsettling as the corridors between rooms. Pitch black hallways where you can see almost nothing, never knowing when an actor might suddenly grab you from the darkness. The Cult only ran for the 2012 Halloween season and never returned.
Damn, it sounded like that was
We
bad.
haven't scratched the surface so far.
They only had one
Next
season.
levels will haunt you long after this video ends. So subscribe.
They don't sound like they was good at their jobs.
Level 4, the 17th door. As the name suggests, your goal is simple. Walk through 17 doors, each one more intense than the last. Before you even enter, you stop at room 0 to sign a waiver. By signing, you agree to face various forms of psychological and physical torment. Electric shocks, insects, extreme claustrophobia, moving floors, and even triggers that could induce PTSD. Once the paper is signed, the haunting begins. First, you're loaded onto a shaky prison bus that lurches and rattles as it transports you to room 2.
I should probably go 3 miles.
Hair is chopped or shaved. I feel like we should throw that in. Oh, it's so scary. Your hair might get chopped off.
Yeah, they literally do cut your hair off.
Each subsequent
And that is
door
literally
pushes
scary for some women.
By room 5,
Because then they're going to be
inside a
bald.
tunnel where wind blasts at 100
I think they
miles per
actually
hour.
got sued because the lady said that they cut her hair off and she didn't want them to cut her hair off. And they specifically asked them not to cut her hair off. And it was like, yeah, we're not going to cut your hair off. And then the first thing they did was cut her hair off. Like, that shit was crazy. And she was mad as fuck. And then they beat her up.
Are escapable. 3 rooms lock you in psychologically and
Not actually, though. They just scared her until
once you
she
step
quit.
inside, mercy won't save you. The next
Mercy,
chamber
mercy
is
me.
chaotically filled with acrobatic clowns who tumble, leap, and chase you from every angle. By room 12, danger intensifies. An electric fence descends from above, closing in as you scramble to stay out of its reach. Survive that, and cockroaches are dumped onto and inside your clothing, crawling freely over your body. Finally,
No.
reach the 17th door. Here,
I'm from Baltimore, but I'm not friends with cockroaches or nothing. Like, I don't know them niggas on a first name basis. You're gonna have to chill out with all that cockroach shit.
head buried in balls. Here, your head head is buried deep in balls.
In balls.
Down from the ceiling at high speed.
Straight men are gonna be scared of that one.
Every step of this attraction is designed to strip away control, leaving you at the mercy of the haunt, physically, mentally, emotionally.
All the balls.
Raven's Nest. Once you step into the Raven's Nest, there's no safe exit. All other attractions I've mentioned so far have a safe word, or at least a system that lets you quit.
Yeah.
Not this one.
I think this one might be the one I'm thinking of.
Different here. They were big, intimidating, and paid not just to scare guests, but to inflict real physical pain and humiliation. Guests were lifted off their feet, thrown to the ground, and forced to writhe under the actors' control. Yet it didn't stop there. Visitors were made to lick the floor, eat revolting substances, and then vomit when the actors forced their fingers down their throats. Raven's Nest also used live animals. Guests crawled through air vents filled with bugs, spiders, and snakes.
Yeah, you stick your fingers down my throat, you lose your whole hand. I don't give a fuck.
And it was no
I'm biting your
surprise
wrist
when the
off.
attraction shut down in 2009. Even for hardcore horror fans, Raven's Nest was just too far.
That makes sense.
Blackout.
Fuck that place.
The creators of Blackout said they built the experience because it was becoming harder and harder to truly scare people. So they designed something different. Before the experience begins, participants must sign a waiver allowing performers to touch them, restrain them, and place them in uncomfortable situations. They are also asked a series of personal questions about their deepest fears. Those answers don't stay on paper. They are later used to shape what happens.
See, I don't like that.
Every version of Blackout is different. Locations change, scenes change, and participants rarely know what they're walking into. Most of the time is spent alone in complete silence and darkness, unsure of what lurks behind you. There is technically a safe word, but once the experience begins, participants are not allowed to speak. You can scream, you can struggle, but you cannot talk. The attraction became so infamous that in 2016 it inspired a documentary titled The Blackout Experiments. The film followed several people who repeatedly returned to the experience. Some described it as addictive, while others said it forced them to confront fears and trauma they had buried for years. Later versions became even stranger.
Oh,
One
look at
event
Naruto.
called Blackout 21 turned the haunt into a remote psychological game that lasted for days. Participants received mysterious phone calls, texts, and emails, and were required to follow strict instructions as the story unfolded around them. Over time, Blackout entered several hiatus periods, and the original immersive events no longer operate in the same form.
I mean, yeah, when you taking people's
Level
freedoms
5.
away, you're gonna get
Elmer
sued immediately.
McCurdy
I don't know what the fuck you thought you was gonna
In
do.
the 20th century, several haunted houses and amusement parks displayed what appeared to be an incredibly realistic mannequin. Visitors often stopped to admire how lifelike it appeared. But all that changed in 1976. At the New Pike Amusement Zone in Long Beach, California, a television crew arrived to film an episode of The $6 Million Man. While preparing a scene inside the park's haunted funhouse, one of the crew members tried to move what they believed was just another hanging prop. When they
There was a
grabbed
body
the
in
art,
it.
it literally snapped off with a sick sound. And inside was a real human bone.
Oh no.
Terrified and nauseated, the crew called the authorities, and investigators soon uncovered
There's people in here.
the quote-unquote mannequin hanging inside the haunted attraction wasn't a prop at all. It was the mummified corpse of a man named Elmer McCurdy. McCurdy had been a small-time outlaw in the early 1900s whose specialty was blowing up safes with nitroglycerin. Unfortunately, he was terrible at it. During several robberies, he used so much explosive that he destroyed most of the money he was trying to steal. In 1911, McCurdy and his gang attempted to rob a train they believed was carrying $400,000 in cash. Instead, they stopped the wrong train entirely and escaped with just $46 and 2 jugs of whiskey. After the failed robbery, McCurdy hid.
That was probably like $1,000 back then, though. $50? Gosh. My man's could have opened up a business with that.
Claimed the body, a local undertaker embalmed it with arsenic. The chemical preserved the corpse unusually well, and the undertaker began charging visitors 5 cents to see what he called the bandit who wouldn't give up. Carnival promoters quickly took interest. Over the next several decades,
that's how it be. Once you make a market, here come the scalpers finna scalp.
Parks throughout the United States. Eventually, people stopped.
Scammers finna scam.
The body became just another prop. By the 1970s, it ended up hanging inside the haunted funhouse at the New Pike Amusement Park.
Hey, Rock Lee, come get your shit rocked.
Until that television crew.
My guard's so short. That nigga like
65 years
2'1".
after his death, McCurdy was finally given a proper burial in Oklahoma. To ensure his body would never again become a sideshow attraction, officials buried the coffin under several feet of concrete.
Don't you dare. Yup. Look at you.
Dead of Night. Dead of Night was an extreme haunted attraction run by Chambers of
I got him.
Long Island, New York. It begins with a pre-recorded message.
Everything will be okay.
Damn. He didn't even see who killed him so quick.
We are here to protect you and care for you. We love you.
We are farmers.
But all is not.
Dude, yeah, hit the ground. What you thought this was? Yeah, Rock Lee, come here.
Drag patrons inside. The unlucky ones
and this man really going.
And carried over the actor's shoulders.
Oh, right onto the spikes. That should kill him. No. Okay, but the explosion did. He got exploded.
Wawa's $5 big breakfast deal gets you any sizzly, any coffee, and a hash brown for $5. Gotta have a Wawa.
Y'all not finna jump me. Okay.
American Public University.
God just tried to jump me with Rock Lee. I was like, y'all not finna.
I was able to
I'm not finna get rivalry
my career with education. I was able to do both. I'm Naomi Parker, and I'm made for what's
next. Is that Yamato? Is he coming for me? He is coming for me. Y'all think I'm gonna beat Yamato? Well, he's blocking. He's missing. And this bitch ass nigga Choji. He gonna hit me in, yeah, bitch ass nigga Choji. Yeah, got the healing going, Choji. What you finna do? Human builder! Yup. You can't go nowhere.
My husband has severe premature ejaculation issues. Even in round 2, he finishes early. So I had him try the Sex RX plus Climax Control pill through his. It combines tadalafil, a doctor-trusted ingredient that helps men get hard and stay hard. With pH treatment, it's designed to help
turn into a ball, not on my watch, nigga.
It worked. He's lasting longer now, and I'm so much more satisfied. No in-person doctor's visits. Just fill out an intake form online.
Put your hands
a
in the
licensed
spikes.
provider will review your information, and if clinically appropriate, prescribe treatment for you. No pharmacy pickups, just discreet delivery to your door. If your partner finishes early, trust me, have him try treatment through HIMS.
Who finished early? I don't never finish early. I'm always late.
Scenarios. Guests faced simulations of surviving a police state, being recruited into a satanic cult, or becoming
one time I
test
thought it was
subjects
early,
in mind
but I was
control
late.
experiments. Many of these scenarios were inspired by Project MK Ultra, the real mid-20th century CIA program infamous for unethical psychological experiments.
Damn.
By the time you exit, you're unsure what was real or what was fiction.
Right over the shoulder.
The 2014 experience, the initiation,
and then we just hit him
so
with
convinced he had literally given his soul to the devil that he hired a lawyer to sue Chambers of Horror to get it back. Dead of Night eventually closed in 2015
he sold his soul to the devil. That's insane.
Still, its story lived on through shock theater, continuing the terrifying experience.
Told you just love being in spikes.
New York and New Jersey.
He just smashed me. Literally.
If you are bored on a Friday night and decide to get scared at a haunted house, don't even think about miasma. It's a wildly exclusive, invite-only experience with a waiting list longer than European visas. Miasma is an 18-plus extreme
Is
horror
European visas
experience.
long?
Like other haunts, you sign a waiver, but when the website warns it's not handicap accessible, you know it's about to get real. The experience involves constant movement, crawling on hard surfaces, and aggressive physical contact.
That combo is really well, actually. I was not expecting that.
The process always
Stab.
begins. If you are selected to experience miasma, you have to fill out questionnaires, undergo phone interviews, and perform tasks.
I'm gonna grab your shadow. Give me your shadow, boy.
When you're finally deemed worthy, you receive an official invitation, but with strict
Rock Lee, give me that shadow.
You must follow every order immediately, without question.
Don't grab my shit.
But the exact time and location aren't revealed until 24 hours beforehand. This point on,
what the
shifts yearly. In 2018, Miasma Into the Great
with the
Silence
backflip, sorry,
showcased the level of psychological
my movement
terror
was
the
insane
haunt
for a
delivers.
second.
One participant recounted being
I had to
led
get the
to an
movement
unmarked
going.
door where he met the
And
creator,
now
Justin
Choji
Frank.
finna smash me. That's
Instead of
crazy. I'm not
spooky
finna die to
outfits,
Choji.
Justin was dressed
I'm
very
out of there.
casually, but
I'm out
he
of
had a
there.
lot to say. He complained about losing money running extreme haunts and
Yeah,
needed to get
I'm
back.
out of there.
Not long after, the participant was handed a gun and led to a warehouse where two men counted stacks of cash. His instruction
Choji,
was
stop
to
that.
hold them at gunpoint while another character made away with the money.
Got to
He been told to
kill.
follow every order, so he complied.
Oh man, give me that shadow. Where you coming at?
Robbery ended, Justin left
Okay,
alone
he
with
would move faster than I thought I would.
when the hostage realized the gun
He
wasn't
moved faster than
loaded,
my casting
he was
speed. That was
overpowered.
crazy.
His own torture
He
began.
blitzed me.
Unknown caller.
I be getting called from jail for some reason, niggas. I'm not answering this though.
Afterwards, he recalled returning to his hotel room and realizing that no monster had appeared in Miasma until he saw his own reflection in the mirror. That's when it hit him that he
Ooh, what the
had become
blade
a
out?
monster.
I didn't even use that
Miasma
for.
has run other thematic series, including Death King, which focused on sci-fi horror, and Desecration of the Seven Witches. As of 2025, the experience continues with a
Desecration of the
growing
Seven
list of
Witches
people
sounds
eager
like a
to be
cool ass
tested,
technique.
yet terrified. Tension experience. What if the horror didn't start at a haunted house, but had been following you from home, drawing you into a story you didn't even know existed? That's the tension experience. It begins when you see an advertisement on a website or social media inviting you to solve an online puzzle. The puzzles lead to phone numbers, where someone contacts you for an in-person consultation. Before long, you're already a tension fan, sharing your encounters with the OOA, the Oracular Order of Enoch, on an online forum. Emails soon arrive encouraging you to attend the next show. And when you finally agree, you receive calls warning you to back off. Around this time, tickets for the Tension Experience Ascension go on sale. Unlike traditional haunted houses,
I'm a
Tension
buff
doesn't
baby that
rely
can
on
dance like a
lore
man.
and
I can shake
animatronics.
my fanny.
The
I can.
story
Shake
itself
'em again.
is the haunting. On the day of the show, you are blindfolded and transported in a van. Black hoods cover your head and you're told to remain silent. Music blasts from the stereo and one character occasionally reminds you not to remove your hood. When the van stops, you're dropped alone in a dark alley and instructed to knock as loudly as possible. When the door finally opens, a female character guides you to the OOA Institute's receptionist, Mary Lynn. The most unsettling part? No two visitors have the same experience. Mary Lynn asks you to fill out a questionnaire about your life, who you love, where you work, and your fears and desires. Your answers determine how the rest of the show unfolds. For example, the show's creator, Bausman, once shared that a guest lied about her profession and the script was altered on the spot to reflect her deception. It's almost like stepping inside a live movie. You can interact with the characters, pick sides, influence reactions, and even alter the storyline. From the receptionist, you move to the photo room. Your picture's taken and added to your file. And in that moment, your journey begins, and the tension experience consumes you completely.
Oh no, don't eat me.
Captured global attention during its original run in 2016, the show is not currently operating. Alone. Calling Alone a haunted attraction barely does it justice. Most haunts have a line, a ticket, and a limited window of fear. Alone doesn't stop there. It creeps into your personal space and lingers long hours after the Halloween season ends. In 2014, during Scare LA, a pre-Halloween convention, Alone offered a 15-minute experience in the building's basement. When you sign up, you're marked with blue paint under your right eye, handed a piece of paper with cryptic numbers, and told to wait for further instructions. Soon, a phone call comes from an unknown number. You are instructed to say nothing to anyone and proceed to the elevators. Moments later, you were handed a flyer for the Enola Foundation, dragged into the elevator, and sent to the basement. This is where the experience truly